Right now, there are officially 4 competing bids to buy the Ottawa Senators, and the team is expected to fetch a record price for an NHL franchise. Snoop Dogg and The Weeknd are attached to 2 of the 4 competing bids for the team, which went up for sale shortly following after the death of Eugene Melnyk. So the team is expected to sell somewhere in the neighborhood. Highest bid reported to be at $1 billion. With us this morning is Michael Lorraine, professor of sports marketing at Brock University. Good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie.
We know Ryan Reynolds was rumored to be eyeing a bid for the Senators, didn't end up making an offer by deadline on Monday. If either of the celebs are part of a winning bid, they would join the likes of Will Smith, Serena and Venus Williams, Justin Timberlake, Michael B. Jordan as minority owners of a sports franchise, and Ryan Reynolds. We should put him on that list as well. Why is a team like the Ottawa Senators attracting this kind of celebrity interest? It's Ottawa.
Yeah, it might be hard to fathom for a lot of people, but at the end of the day, what we have to remember is professional sport, whether we're talking about men's or women's, it is a cartel system. There's actually a really great scene in the new Blackberry movie where Jim Balsillie is attempting to do that very same thing, is convince the 30 other owners, well, at that time, maybe 29, of the NHL to allow him into the club. And, you know, at the end of the day, when you create a scarce market like that, it offers an opportunity to generate, valuation to a franchise, to generate return on your investment. And ultimately, in 2023, we've now come to realize for a lot of high-income individuals and earners that professional sport is a great investment. If you look at the returns over time, we're talking double digits, sometimes even triple digits in percentage points. So, Eugene Melnyk purchased the team, not adjusted for inflation, for under 100 million US, and now this team could potentially sell for $1 billion US. That's a great return on your investment.
Incredible numbers. The previously mentioned Ryan Reynolds, we know, is the co-owner, majority owner, alongside actor Rob McEwen of the Welsh soccer team AFC Wrexham. We saw what kind of incredible season they've had. I mean, it was amazing. What kind of benefits do celebrity owners offer to teams and cities that they can attach themselves to?
Yeah, so it certainly depends on whether or not the celebrity wants to be more of a face or if they want to be behind closed doors. And typically these owners who are of a more celebrity status will, limit their exposure of risk. So they'll only own 20 or 30% of the team, if that, if not 5 to 7 or 10%. But in some cases, and Ryan Reynolds' case is the perfect example where, if you serve as the face of the franchise, it can galvanize the fan base locally, but also globally, where people around the world now are wearing Wrexham FC sweaters and jerseys and paraphernalia, and that's the power of having a celebrity behind your brand. And so it's not just a community anchor at that point, it's a global anchor. And certainly, being able to have a docu-series, a Netflix series, things of that nature helps the cause as well.
For sure. Last evening, Chief of the Kitigan-Zibi-Ishnabe First Nation, Dylan White Duck, endorsed the bid from the Neco Sparks Group, which Snoop Dogg, we know, is a part of. And reports suggest they're being offered a share in the Sens should this bid be successful. I don't know that we've seen this before. How would it work?
No, yeah, and it's really interesting, and a part of it is also trying to pander to the cartel system, right, where you say nice things out loud or perhaps even behind closed doors to try to woo over both public and private interest in your particular bid. Just because you have the highest bid, it should be noted, doesn't mean you will get entry into the club. And so saying these things out loud, like wanting to work with Indigenous groups and do some sort of profit-sharing model, which we don't particularly see on either the men's or women's side of things in professional sport, at least over the last 10, 15 years, it's going to be very interesting. And it may also set a dangerous precedent for the rest of the owners. Not that it's a bad thing. It's certainly a good thing to be working with our Indigenous groups. The challenge is when you're working in a cartel system that is so accustomed to not giving away their money, now that there's a new introduction of a model where, okay, we have to give away more of the revenues at the end of the day, that may rub some of the owners the wrong way, despite the fact it is perhaps the right thing to do. So, what that looks like, what that model looks like, still yet to be determined. But it's certainly a piece that bidding group is looking to utilize and galvanize public interest to try to, win over, the public in their bidding process here.
Yeah, there is a cost behind it. People are going to take it seriously, and they're going to hold you to it. Michael, thanks for this.
Oh, no, anytime.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.